Okay, guys, Panzer J back at the start of a new YouTube war. This is going to be Operation No Time to Die. So we clearly have a James Bond theme going on after Operation Live and Let Die. In this game, we actually have 5 players. I am taking on the role of Germany and Italy. Boston Bruce is going to be my partner, taking on the role of the Japanese. I have the utmost confidence that he will produce a better showing for the Japanese than I was last game. Knights Templar is going to go ahead and play the common turn. Global War 36 enthusiast is UK France, and Madman Dan is going to be the United States and the KMT. And all those guys have their own channels on YouTube, so you'll be able to follow right along turn by turn in the game here. So before I get to Germany, turn 1.1, just wanted to show you guys a couple of new things that I've picked up since Operation Live and Let Die. So, and if you followed that war at all, you know that I love to keep things as color coordinated as possible. So over here, I picked up a bunch of these air bases from I Will Never Grow Up. And they come white, and then, of course, I had to paint them to match the nation that they represent. And they come on a little base, 2 hangars, and a control tower. So they look pretty cool. And obviously, these orange ones are Japanese. And then if we go over here into India, I've got one down here for the FEC, and that's in the tan blonde of the FEC. I don't have quite enough to fill out the entire map, but most of the countries are represented. So we'll get a few more of those and finish off that. The other thing I got is these capitals from HBG. I've seen a few guys with those. And then, of course, I, again, had to paint them to match that country. So that one in Calcutta is for the FEC. And then in Tokyo, there's an orange one for the Japanese right behind Tojo there. So, and then let's see what else. Then we also picked up these warlord markers here. And there's one for each of the 6 warlords. Flags with the leader, I assume, that warlord leader on the flag there. And then I went ahead and painted all of the warlord units red. I would have preferred to have each warlord have his own color units, but just wasn't really feasible with how many colors are already being used in the game. So I went ahead, red wasn't a color that was currently being used, and I had a bunch of red chips that I had gotten from HBG, so I just went ahead and painted all the different warlords are red there. So whether that's their infantry, their militia, cavalry, mountain infantry, whatever the case may be. And then just in case for my new opponents or people that did not watch Operation Live and Let Die, some of the other colors being represented, the yellow there in Central Europe and up to Finland. I use yellow to represent not necessarily Axis minors because they're obviously not part of the Axis yet, but countries that Germany can align that typically go Axis. The orange there in Europe again represents not necessarily Allied minor powers, but countries that usually align and fight on the side of the Allies. White is just the strict neutrals throughout both South America and then throughout Europe and the Middle East. And then the last thing I guess I would cover is the chips that I've got. Not only, of course, do they have to be color coordinated to the color of the units, but they all represent just one unit. So I don't have any chips that represent 3 or 5 units. So if you see a stack of 10 chips underneath something, it's 10 additional of that particular unit. So that should cover a little bit of an introduction. Now on to Germany here, turn 1.1. So we have 4 tech roles to begin. We have 3 major factories on the board, and then we get 1 extra tech role per turn for technological superiority. So we are going to go for advanced artillery, advanced mechs, long-range aircraft, and wartime economy. So those are going to be the 4 we go for. So let's go over here and roll advanced artillery first, a 7 or higher. And we got an 8, so we succeeded there. Advanced mechs are 7 or higher. And a 10, so we succeed there. Long-range aircraft, 7 or higher. 10, so we succeed there. And wartime economy, 7 or higher. And a 6, so we didn't get that. That's the one I probably wanted the most, but definitely can't complain. 3 out of 4. So we'll go ahead. Stage 1 for advanced artillery. Stage 1 for advanced mechs. And stage 1 for long-range aircraft. So now on to purchases for Germany turn 1. So they have $20 to spend, and we are going to spend 19, so we'll save $1. We're going to upgrade a medium factory in East Germany to a major for 6. We're going to buy a paratrooper for 3, that's 9, and then we're going to lend lease a fighter to Spain for 10. So that's 19 total. For combat moves, Germany has just 1. We're going to go ahead and annex Austria by taking this mountain infantry from Bavaria in there. So I believe Austria is 2. Let me double check. Yes, 2. So Germany will go up 2, and then that'll trigger both a dollar increase for both the French and the British. And then if we... I should, just in case, declare combat in Spain. So in Spain, this infantry from Leon Castile, this cavalry, and this fighter, all from Leon Castile, are going into Austria, Navarre. So if I need to declare that on Germany's portion as opposed to just waiting till the very end. But those will be the 2 combat moves. So let's finish up Germany first. So they'll go into Austria. So that's $2 up for Germany. So let's take them from, they're supposed to be at 20. So they are at 22. And then move the British up 1 to 12 and the French up 1 to 7. And then for non-combat for the Germans, we are going to send an artillery in West Germany is going to move 1 to East Germany. Let's see. We have 2 infantry in Berlin, which are on my card off to the side here. So they're going to go from Berlin to East Germany. A artillery from Berlin is going to go to East Germany. A cavalry in Berlin is going to go to West Germany. A light armor in Berlin is going to go to West Germany. A sub in C-Zone 3 is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, down to C-Zone 33. It has the extra movement because of the major naval facility. And I believe that might be it for Germany non-combat. And then I also forgot that Germany also does have a destroyer and a sub that they're placing this turn from the production chart. So I believe that is it for Germany. So now unit placement, go ahead and our paratrooper and our major factory upgrade. So we'll take off the medium factory in East Germany, put down our major, and our paratrooper we're putting down in Bavaria. And then let's go over here and grab our destroyer and our submarine off the production chart. And we'll put those over here in C zone, both of them, put them down in C zone 13. If I don't drop everything all over. So put those down in 13. And I believe that is it for Germany. So for income, we saved $1 and collect 22. And that should be it for Germany. So they should have $23 to spend next turn. So that will finish off Germany. Now on to Spain. So we have the 1 combat move. So we've got an infantry going into Austria, Navarre. That's mountainous, so he will attack at a 1. Cavalry will be reduced by 1, so he'll attack at a 2, and the fighter's not affected at a 6. So I've got a 1, a 2, and a 6 against 1 infantry of a 4. So let's go ahead and see if we can finish him off with the fighter first at a 6. And we got a 5. So we got a hit there. And the infantry in return at a 4 gets a 9. So no hit there. So go ahead and take off the Soviet-backed infantry and leave our infantry and our cavalry there. And that is it for combat in Spain. So then for non-combat, we are going to fly the plane back to Leon Castile. We're going to take the cruiser, I believe it's a heavy cruiser, and they transport and go 1, 2, up to 33 and drop off the artillery and the infantry in Leon Castile. And then our fighter that we lend-leased from Germany is going to go to Leon Castile. And then finally, our recruitment role in Spain. Oh, and one more non-combat. We're taking this infantry in Andalusia, and he's going to move up 1 to Leon Castile as well. So in Leon Castile right now, we have 2 infantry, 2 artillery, and 2 fighters. So we own 3 territories in Spain. So let's go ahead and do our recruitment roll, a 3 or less. And we rolled a 6, so we did not get that. So that should finish off Germany 1.1 and here in Operation No Time to Die. I will be turning things over to Knights Templar now for the common turn. See you guys back for Italy 1.6.